guys, it's Brandon here with Investment Joy, and I am here with my new best friend, the mayor of Coshocton, Ohio, who's going to sell me a 60,000 square foot building for only $1. This building is nuts, and I'm really excited to take you guys through the walkthrough of this giant place here in eastern, not southern Ohio. So let's go and look through this insane property. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. This is amazing. How awesome is this? See, this stuff excites me. This is what I get interested in. This is so amazing.
Welcome to the Mayor's Bar and Grill.
Oh, this is cool. So this is the second floor.
Right.
This building just keeps going.
What is this?
What's what? What is it, YouTube? It looks like just glass beads of some sort. Every town needs a mayor with a sense of adventure. At 60,000 square feet between 3 floors, there's a lot of places to hide. My brother's got a warehouse that's 68,000 square feet. And we've talked to people that have been in his warehouse. They worked there for 20 or 30 years. And we made reference like, oh yeah, we found a globe in the attic behind the stairs. And they said, what attic behind the stairs? Oh, the one that they built back in the 90s. No, they didn't. And you open up a room behind a room behind a room. And they said, I didn't know this was here. Like, well, did you ever unlock the door there? I didn't know there was a lock on there. So it's almost like false walls behind false walls. Do I think it's going to collapse? 10 years.
Really?
Yes.
What is that, a Yugo?
You should know exactly what that car is, sweetie. What is it? You don't know.
Mercedes.
Rural areas, Ohio, Kentucky, those are going to be the most beneficial places to be.
Right.
Because I'm big on Tesla stock. Because I think they'll be the first company that has a vehicle that you get in, you can fall asleep in, and then hit autopilot and you'll be at work wherever. If you think about it, if you could sleep in your car, does it really matter where you work? And this is 2-3 years before coronavirus. Okay, so just the ceiling trusses have collapsed. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. This is amazing. I hope I get this. There's moss in here. That's so freaking
My
cool.
absolute favorite color of green right there.
It's like 60 shag carpeting.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like from afar, but it's not shag.
Nope.
It's moss.
Oh, you're right.
See, this stuff excites me. This is what I get interested in. And, you know, I'll have 10,000 comments and like, oh, how could you even set foot in there? And it's like, when I grew up on the farm, we had holes in the wall. You had to kind of sleep over the diesel furnace exhaust to stay warm. And it's like, it's not a big deal. So I try to aspire to make sure all my houses are way nicer than I grew up in. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, this isn't bad at all.
This part here would be easy to get up and running. I bet it's not tuned. Of course not. Oh, this is exciting. This is just open. Most auditors in the state of Ohio do the same thing when it comes to tax valuation. They only account for above grade square footage. So anything that would be below grade, like a basement, in the state of Ohio, unless it's exclusively been finished, it's never counted as total property size. If you had the proper plan in to refinish a cellar, basement, however this looks down here, it's actually 80,000 square feet. So you guys have never been down in this area before?
The mayor probably has. I have not.
Wow. Yeah, it's all open down here. So I'm getting calls from location scouts, and I've given them a couple places like this.
Yeah.
And like, it's too bad. I said, you told me you wanted, a bad looking place, but it's, it's not safe. Like, I'd beg to differ. I've been in that place 100 times. I did end up with one of my rentals in a movie.
Did you?
But yeah, of course, I get compensated the big bucks, which means I was in the credits. Oh, this is all wet. Crap. Yeah, so this would take it up to 80,000 square feet. I don't let my kids watch horror movies, so they just end up in a horror movie looking place. Okay, so it's locked, so somebody can have their own safe cracking video if they buy the place. Oh, this is cool. Look at this. I should see, if we were in a fancy cave, this would be stalactites and stalagmites and stuff like that. Instead, it's just melted plaster, I think. No, it's mold. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. It's mold. How awesome is this? I thought it was the plaster leaking. It's not. It's mold.
Yeah. Wow, just like a cave.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh wow, here's a conveyor belt.
Wow.
Cool. I had this guy in Circleville years back. He's like, "Do you got $300,000 on you, Brandon?" I said, I'm like, what the? I'm just this guy. He knew me, but I didn't know him.
Yeah.
This is my life before,
right.
pre-YouTube fame. So I'm talking to this guy, and he's like, "Do you have $300,000?" I'm like, "Why?" He said, "I know where there's buried treasure in Southern Ohio." I'm like, "What do you mean by?" He's like, "Around Jackson, there was this old guy, and all he did was collect silver, like pre-64 silver coins.
Yeah.
And every time he would complete a mason jar, he would bury it."
Oh.
And I said, okay. He said, "I know where there's 50 mason jars full of silver, enough to buy the property, but we have to buy it first." I was like, oh my gosh, this is so freaking tempting. He's like, "I've been trying to sneak on the property with my metal detector."
Is that an old shower head?
Yes, it is.
Wow. I have no idea what that is.
That's cool. Oh, now see if you want to take that. That looks a little cleaner or easier to fix. We'll have a 12 to 18 minute video for the YouTube pop. And then on my second channel that we're working on, I had the America's Most Wanted Man. He flew into town. We did a couple videos together. He was on the Secret Service Most Wanted list because he was creating fake people. And then he was buying and selling houses in their name, and he stole money from all the big banks prior to the crash.
Yeah.
So I asked Matt if he felt like he was Robin Hood, stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. He's like, "No, I was just stealing from people and giving it to myself."
At least he's honest.
Okay. He was in prison for 12 and a half years. And his story, Matt Cox's story, which will be on my second channel, is it's crazy.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's a 45-minute interview. Looks like to me you've got a second and a third floor that could be apartments easy.
Right.
But in Circleville, I know we've got several sundry store type buildings, and the second and the third floor were dry storage, which to me is the dumbest thing ever. I don't know if this is like typical Ohio construction, but if I had $1 for every building I've been in that looks like this, we could all eat at McDonald's by the end of the day. This was the Republican headquarters at one time. Oh my goodness, you got a Governor Rhodes for mayor, or James Rhodes for mayor sign. The real estate listing said that it's 60,000 square feet.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, so my kids were asking me how big this place was.
Big.
And I told them 20 of our houses. Is this scary, or do you like it?
I don't like it when you have that feeling that the roof will fall down.
You feel like this place is gonna fall down on
Yeah.
you? What's funny is the first time you're in a place like this, it feels like it's gonna fall down. And then you kind of get to this point that you're like, these places never fall down. I've seen places 10 times, 100 times worse than this, and they never fall down.
Place has been here for 200 years or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any pizza in that box, but that's the best pizza.
Does that come with it?
So yeah, it comes with it.
Who's the best pizza in town?
Pizza Point.
Pizza
yeah,
Point. Okay.
That's the surprise of the deal. See, this had been redone.
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't look too bad. I mean,
This is like a newer.
You can
remodel
tell.
on this, right?
Yeah, someone tried to put effort in it one time.
Right.
My guys that have, you know, we were talking about this on Discord. The roof was the only big concern with this. So there's a group of Amish out of Indiana, and I've seen what they do is they will take a large commercial building and hand build trusses for it. And they showed up in Circleville probably 6 years ago, and they were redoing a building right next to where my real estate office was. And I asked them, I said, and they came into the office and said, "What are you doing?" They said, "Oh, we're building a new roof." And I was like, "Holy crap, a new roof?" And they said, "Oh, we'll be done tomorrow." And I was like, you know, it's a gigantic place. And he said, "Yeah, we wanted to come over and see if you have any houses that you could sell us. We're going to be in town for a week. We'd like to flip a house."
That's how they roll.
I said, "You're going to flip a house in 5 days?" He said, 5 days. Yeah. And he said, "Yeah, we got 25 people here that came in from Indiana."
They do barn raisings just like that.
They built all the trusses in one day. And it was just what it was like. It's not like they were there till 2 o'clock in the morning. So I talked to the guy that owned this commercial building. And I said, "Why the heck did you do that?" And his statement to me was, it was cheaper for them to build the trusses, put on an insulated steel, nice clay tile looking roof.
Right.
It was cheaper to do that than just lay a new rubber membrane.
Well, and that's where we're at with someone doing something with this building, with the way building materials are now, the cost. I mean, yeah, this is work, but a lot of your work's already done. A lot of your supplies are here. You know, a lot of the wood's already here. It's just a matter of patching that in. And that's where I think that's the advantage of this building not being turned into a parking lot and trying to rebuild is it's, you know, there's a lot here. And people do this. People have that vision and people do this. So it's just getting that right person. This is kind of this is the bad spot.
It's not that bad.
The elephant in the room.
This isn't bad.
No, just a beam. I love when you look at the beam and, you know, they carved.
Holy freaking crap.
This, and I can probably get you over in the next spot. It gets real dicey right in that.
I trust the mayor here, but just for reference, if I fall through and die, I have term life insurance from Ladder Life where you can get a quote in 5 minutes, and I'm insured for $1 million for only $32 a month. My gosh.
Stay to the right when you.
Okay. Yeah, it's going through now.
Yeah.
This up here, these are 14-foot high ceilings, I want to say. So that's almost like a fourth floor right there. I mean, that's almost that level. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the ballroom. Holy freaking
Just
crap.
over the last couple years, these floors have came up. Like I said, I've been in this building so much, I've seen like what's happened.
This is so amazing. I really hope this video does justice to this place. Look at that.
That's metal.
It's a metal pillar. So we need to find somebody like next week for this place. And it all looks downtown Coshocton. Your downtown historical guys brought up the grant program that would pay, I think they typically pay, he said 45%.
It would be state, if it's done historical. State and federal combined are 45%.
45%.
Back in a tax credit. It would be a 45% tax credit.
That's amazing. Okay guys, now, do you want to be part of this video? Because the story doesn't end in this specific YouTube video with the Selby building right here in Coshocton, Ohio. See, they're looking for somebody to purchase this building for $1. It's 2 hours away from where I live here in Circleville, Ohio, so I just can't make the trip on a daily basis. But the city, the mayor, and so many people in this town want to see this building saved, so that's why they're willing to do a tax abatement, and they're willing to sell it for $1. Now, I've got another video on my second YouTube channel of the full walkthrough with even more gore, more stuff going on about this building. It's a really cool building. It's between 60 and 80,000 square feet, but it has this damage here. Part of the roof is collapsing. I think it's going to cost between $3 and $5 million to fix it up. Having said that, they've secured about $2.5 million worth of financing through different historical agencies in order to get this fixed. So if you want to be a part of this story, or you're even considering it, go in the description below, look at maybe the second video, but there's also going to be a Google Forms sign up for this building where you can get more information from the real estate company, from me. We've considered doing maybe a syndication. I'm willing to throw some money at this building, maybe do a 501c3, maybe do a real estate syndication to try and save this building. There's money, there's grants available. There's also historical tax credits that are available for this, but it's got a lot of moving pieces. One that I can't run the whole show on, but one that I can help out with. Also, Ladder Life has been very, very kind to me in sponsoring videos, so do check them out. You need life insurance. Ladder's who I get my life insurance. I personally pay $32 a month for $1 million worth of coverage, and I've done it since, I think, October 2019, so take a look out with them. Don't forget that second video and the lead form below if you want to be a part of this story.